Is Nigeria a Muslim majority country?
Right. Is Nigeria a Muslim majority country? This is a question that sparked an argument recently on social media. I've just finished watching a video that talked about Nigeria being Muslim majority country, and in the comment section of that video there was a massive argument and dragging between Muslims and non-Muslims. The reason being is they cannot accept Nigeria as a Muslim majority country, even though the percentage is kind of a slight percentage, somewhere around 55 to 45%. So in this video, I'm just going to give you 4 to 5 logical reasons that common sense would lead you to, understand that when someone says Nigeria is a Muslim majority country, it shouldn't come as a surprise. The first reason is the region. In Africa, we are in West Africa. West Africa itself, it's you can say West Africa has more Muslims than Christians, right? The second reason is, when did the two religions came into Nigeria? Islam came to Nigeria around 11th century, whereas Christianity came to Nigeria somewhere around 15th centuries. So there had been 300 years of Islamic practice before the inception of Christianity in Nigeria. The third reason is the marriage nature, or let me phrase it as the polygamous nature of the religions. Everyone knows that polygamy is allowed in Islam, while it is not allowed in Christianity. And whoever knows northern part of Nigeria, he would testify to the fact that it is one of, if not the most polygamous Islamic community on earth. Me personally, my dad had 4 wives, and I used to have 30 siblings, but 3 of them passed away. So it's kind of a common practice in northern part of Nigeria to have a polygamous household. This is number 3. Number 4 is how early do the believers of both religions get married? Normally, Muslims all over the world, they tend to get married way earlier than Christians, right? And in Nigeria as well, it is the same trend. In Nigeria, Muslim marriage usually starts somewhere from, we marry off our daughters most of the time somewhere between 18 to 20 years. I would actually, majority of Nigerian Muslim ladies get married between 18 to 20 years, and it's not the case when you consider the Christian community in Nigeria. In northern Nigeria, 17 years to 18 years marriage is not considered as a marriage that should be talk of the town, like people labeling it as early marriage. It's kind of a common practice, but in the Christian community it's quite opposite. Ladies get married about average now should be like somewhere around 24 to 25 years, and to us in Islamic community most of the times it's kind of a bit late. The fourth reason is when we look at the fertility rate. Of course, someone that get married at early age has way more fertility, or has more chances of bearing children, than somebody that married like quite late, right? The fifth reason as well is when you consider the major tribes in Nigeria. The biggest tribes in Nigeria, everyone knows, are Hausa. By the way, Hausa are the largest ethnic group or tribe in Africa in general, and in Nigeria, of course, it's the same case. The biggest tribes, Hausa, the first one. The second in number is Yoruba, and the third one is Igbo. Hausa are predominantly Muslims. You can say they are almost 90 to 95% Muslims. And then you have Yoruba. In Yoruba community, some says there are a little bit more Christian, more Muslims. Some says no, it's 50-50. So you can say the numbers are kind of divided. And then you have Igbo. Igbos are predominantly Christians. You can say most of them are Christians, over 90% or 80% of them. So here, common sense will tell you that when you consider these reasons that I highlighted, it shouldn't come as a surprise when Nigeria has a slightly more Muslims percentage than Christian percentage. It's kind of common sense. right? And some people are arguing like Muslims or our politicians in the north or Muslim politicians tend to inflate the number. But this is actually a fallacy, because when you consider even the first census that was conducted in Nigeria, there were slightly more Muslims than Christians, or the least you can say is the number are equal. So even if the number are equal about 50 years back, given these reasons, when you add this reason up, definitely common sense will lead you to the fact that Nigeria is a Muslim majority country. I'm just making this video to kind of you know, to clear up the air, because so many people nowadays are really you know, emotional when issues like religion and tribes are being, you know, discussed. We should always try to look at reasons, not emotions. Thank you very much.